I've been using Reddit posts for the last couple of years for cautionary tales and conversation starters. I like to use these because even if they are works of fiction, they mimic what is going on in the wider world. And many relationships seem strained because of inequalities with the unpaid labor within the home. And so that's where we're going to talk about this today. She's talking about chores in her relationship. So this was posted in the Two Hot Takes subreddit. She says, "Am I the a-hole for saying I will kick my boyfriend out if he doesn't do my chores?" The title drew me in because I love to see a woman set some boundaries. Now, let's check out the post and see what happens with the end of this tale. She says, "My boyfriend and I moved in together last year when I accepted a job in another city and he decided to move in with me. He works remote and his company has an office in our current city. Before this kicked off, I was doing around 75% of the household chores, sometimes more if he would forget to do some of his. I highly doubt he was forgetting. It was honestly kind of a drag because I'm a doctor and work 12-hour shifts. So then to come home and have to do the majority of the housework when he works 8-hour shifts from home was tiring. But I got on with it because technically I was still doing a little less than when I lived alone. And I gave him a lot of grace due to his diagnosed and medicated ADHD. He forgets to do a lot of stuff, and I genuinely thought he was trying his best, so I was happy to pick up the slack. That's another thing that we are seeing lately. These men with ADHD and women giving them grace or rationalizing their laziness because of the fact that they have ADHD. We're seeing that theme throughout these conversations as well. A few weeks ago, I went on a work trip to Europe to go to a medical conference. I was going away for 2 weeks, and since I didn't want to come home to a backlog of cleaning, I arranged a cleaning service to come and left money for my boyfriend to pay them with. I came back from the trip and my apartment was sparkling clean. So I made a comment about how great the cleaning service was, which is when he admitted he ended up cleaning and used the money to go out with his friends because he thought it was a waste to pay someone to do something he could do. I was pissed. For months, I had been doing practically everything housewise because I genuinely thought he was trying his best. But no, he is more than capable of doing things if he has no other option. His words. I got angry and said he did have another option because I had arranged another option. He just chose to do it because it benefited him as he had more disposable income. I said going forward, the chores will be split 50-50. And if he doesn't do his, I will kick him out, even though I love him because he is not pulling his weight." He said, "That's not fair," and that I should have more compassion due to his disability, and he shouldn't have to face homelessness just because he forgets to clean. To which I said, "You said you could do it if you have no other option, so I'm giving you no other option." He said, "If I don't want to do my chores anymore, I should hire a cleaning service long term because I can afford to," which I can, but I would rather save me money or my money rather than throw it away because he's lazy. He said he can't afford to pay for a cleaner. He doesn't make as much as I do, but he does have disposable income. He just chooses to spend it on other stuff. This was a few weeks ago, and he's been pissy ever since. And his mom even texted me saying that I should feel ashamed that as a doctor, I'm not supporting someone with a medical condition. For context, before someone says, "Why did you move in with him if he can't clean?" When he had his own apartment, it was always clean. However, I found out a few months ago that his mom would come over every week to clean for him. She doesn't live close enough to do that anymore. So, am I reacting, or is this just really selfish behavior from him? It's just really selfish behavior and lazy behavior from him and enabling from his mom. We have some edits, so I'm just going to keep it moving, keep it trucking. I didn't even read the comments because she made these edits, and typically the edits are in response to the comments. So she says, "Thank you all for your thoughts. He has been away at his brother's overnight, so I'm going to try and broach the subject again when he gets home. On reflection, I think it wasn't right to issue an ultimatum. I think that made him go on the defensive a lot more. That being said, I can't keep doing this much around the house. So I'm going to try and work with him to find a solution that's fair and works for both of us. I didn't mention in the original post, but when we first moved in together and this issue first started, I did attempt to work with him on it and tried a variety of methods. I even offered to pay for his therapy if he wanted to go, but he refused. I will try to readdress that with him and try to make him see that I really need more support from him if we're going to make it long term. Okay, edit 2. She says, my boyfriend is still not home yet, but I got a call from his brother, firstly to say he's on his way home, but he also wanted to give me a heads up that he was essentially bashing me the whole time he was at his brother's house and saying I was selfish. His brother tried to tell him that he was in the wrong and to grow up, but he just flipped him off and drove off. Just flipped out at him and drove off. Apparently, when his brother asked him why he doesn't just step up and do his fair share, he said, why would I do that when she'll just fold once things get too messy and do it herself? She will fold once things get too messy and she's going to do it herself. Okay, he's playing games. His brother said he felt the need to tell me as he didn't want to be part of enabling him. He's the eldest sibling and my boyfriend is the youngest, so he had a lot more responsibility growing up. He also dropped something in at the end, which is freaking me out. He said to ask my boyfriend what he really spent the money on. I asked him to tell me, but he said he wouldn't, and I needed to speak to boyfriend directly about it. I can't believe I have been so stupid and allowed myself to be played like this. I'm planning on telling him he needs to move out by the end of the month when he gets home. I'm honestly even willing to tell him not to pay his portion of the bills this month so he can use it for a deposit on his own place. I know y'all will say not to do that for him, but honestly, at this point, it's a gift to myself to get him gone. Okay, we're on edit 3. He finally made it home, so I told him I knew what he told his brother and that I wouldn't put up with the disrespect anymore and he needed to leave. There was a lot of back and forth, but he finally agreed to leave by the end of the month at the latest, and he will be sleeping in the guest room until then. I don't trust him to follow through, so I will be formally giving him an eviction notice tomorrow. And see y'all, even if these things are fictional writing, this is still giving you the play-by-play on how to handle these things. You have a discussion, you do a follow-up, you set boundaries. He said no to those boundaries, and she said, you gotta go, and I'm going to serve him. Even if this is a work of fiction, this is the play-by-play on how you do things. Once he finally accepted he couldn't convince me to let him stay, he had the audacity to ask, what were we going to do about the vacation we had planned for September? I paid for the vacation in full, so I told him that I would be going with a friend or even just alone, but he absolutely will not be going on the trip. He got angry about that and stormed outside for a walk to clear his head. He must have called his brother again because 20 minutes later I got a call from him and he told me that if he gave me any bother about moving out to let him know and he would remove him himself if he had to. And for the update a lot of you are probably very curious about, what did he spend the money on? Well, if you guessed drugs or ex-workers, you would be wrong. The answer was massive credit card debt. Apparently, he has racked up over $30,000 of credit card debt over the past 3 years. And whenever he has been asking me for money for things, is actually because I wouldn't be able to cover the minimum monthly payments, or maybe he wouldn't be able to cover the minimum monthly payments. I asked him why on earth he was only making minimum payments when his job offers overtime, and this a-hole actually said that he was just making the minimum payments because he assumed we would get married soon and that I would just use my savings to pay it off because by then it would be my debt too. The nerve, the gall, what? Apparently, he came clean to his brother a couple of months ago, and he has been trying to convince him to tell me, but obviously he never did. So yes, it turns out there are many things I'm good at, but spotting a-holes isn't one of them. I'm looking forward to being single, and maybe I'll even run credit checks on any future boyfriends, LOL. I am upset about the whole situation, and it will be stressful. I have no idea what we're going to do about the dogs because he can't afford to look after them, but it's not fair them living here when I am working so much. But I will work something out. Thank you all for your help in making me realize I can do better. Take care of yourselves. Now, there must have been, I didn't read through the comments, so she must have been dropping other things in the comments that we are learning right now because this is the first I've heard of a dog. I've heard of dogs, plural. So there is a lot of work that she had to take care of. Anyways, I like this story. I like it from beginning to end because, like I said, in the beginning and during the story, it summarizes the situations that keep arising and many conflicts within these relationships that have to do with the unpaid labor in the home, with the chores, with the children, hygiene situations, even though there was no hygiene situation in this one. But I just think that it summarized everything so, and I also believe it gave a nice little blueprint for how women can handle these situations when these types of conflicts come up. I'm not going to do many of the comments, but I'm going to do this first couple. Thinks Ying says, this is weaponized incompetence. ADHD has nothing to do with it. And then here's where the dogs make an appearance. She says, here's the OP saying, honestly, I was probably just naive, but I didn't think it was. He shows up in a lot of other ways when I need him to. I just don't understand his aversion to cleaning. He will cook, do maintenance, sort out appointments for the dogs. And if I'm held back at work, he'll always come by and drop off food. I know he's an adult, so it's mostly his responsibility, but I really think his mom set him up to just think he doesn't need to clean. She always did it growing up and before we lived together. She thought she was doing it to help, but it just enabled him. I really don't want to break up over this because I genuinely think he's a great guy. I just don't want to allow myself to be a housekeeper forever. And you're not going to just be a housekeeper forever. You're also going, on top of being a wife appliance, you're going to be a bang maid and an incubator. So she nipped it in the bud, and I am glad for that. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to end it there. Go ahead, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, and share.